Today we are going to chart a perilous course between the 80s and the future, kind of like my whole existence. Depending on how old you are, allow me to either introduce or reintroduce the world's most ahead of its time cyber limb, the PowerGlove. So I can't take credit for this staggering piece of genius. This was cooked up by the king of MIDI madness himself, Mr. Moldover, who has implanted a Livid Instruments Brain Junior inside the framework. It's a microcontroller that has analog and digital inputs, other types of outputs. It's not custom programmable, but it basically allows you to make a MIDI controller out of anything you want. He managed to install this right inside the original framework, so you can't even see it. And to the naked eye, it looks exactly like the piece of clunky gorgeousness that it always was. Except now it sends out MIDI messages. So Moldover sent me over this glove along with a custom Max for Live utility they made called the Moldover PowerGlove Data Massager. The thing about this PowerGlove is that the bend sensors, they don't have the range of voltage that the Brain Junior is looking for to output the full range of messages, so the utility allows us to smooth and scale the input to make it more workable. The utility also allows me to customize the MIDI CC numbers that I'm using, which is really important to me because in my live set, I'm using so many different devices that most of the controller numbers are spoken for. When I first got my hands on this, I thought, what a great way to control the effects on my tracks. Normally, I use a custom Touch OSC setup on an iPad, which is great for DJing, but not so good for physical flailing and having a good time, and all the ways I want to express myself when I perform. So that's where the PowerGlove comes in to save the day.
I love the PowerGlove. It's so bad.
I use Tractor Pro to handle mixing my tracks in my sets, since it allows MIDI mapping and routing between programs and controllers, and I'm using other software and hardware in my live set as well. I went into Tractor and mapped specific MIDI CCs from the PowerGlove to the effects units that I have running. The most intuitive setup ended up being this. My thumb controls the dry-wet signal on the left unit, while my little fingers control dry-wet on the right. Then my pointer finger controls parameters of 2 effects on the left, while the middle finger controls 2 on the right. Holding down buttons on the D-pad turns on effects 1 through 4, respectively. I can hold down multiple buttons to turn on multiple effects, wiggle multiple fingers, make fists, and do all kinds of combinations. And there you have it. This unholy combo makes it a lot more fun to watch.
Yeah, well, just keep your power gloves off her, pal, huh?